Cardinal George Pell is now a convicted child sex offender and sits on remand in prison awaiting sentence. 20 years ago, I published a book called Hypocrites, which detailed hundreds of cases of sexual abuse within the Catholic Church. At the time, Cardinal Pell came out strongly against me. Time has now proved his criticisms to be false, and indeed, as he rallied against me and my associates for making so-called outrageous claims, he had in fact abused children. Pell was the architect of the Melbourne Response, the compensation scheme now widely recognised as having minimised the Church's legal and financial liability. Under the Melbourne Response, compensation payments were unfairly capped, with an average payout of $36,000, and victims were forced to sign a deed of settlement waiving their rights to further civil action. As has been revealed since, victims were pushed into the substandard scheme without being offered legal advice as to their rights. After Pell's guilty conviction last week, there are growing calls for victims who obtain compensation from Melbourne Response scheme to have their deed of settlement with the Church set aside. This would give them a chance to pursue a fairer settlement amount. I hope that this is a reform that this government can facilitate. The Melbourne Response was a sham and concerned with protecting the Church's reputation and attempting to minimise their financial and legal liability. I urge every member here to work with victims to ensure they are fairly compensated, and I join others in urging the government to introduce legislation.